Okay.
That was a background
Okay,
noise.
let's actually start properly now. Nobody wants all the kerfuffle at the beginning.
Okay. Anyways, guys, so what's up? And we're going to start trying to do...
I was literally just reading Sid's text just then.
And we're going to start trying to do... what do you think? Wednesday or Thursday for a podcast every week? Was a good day.
I don't think we should commit.
I think we should commit. And
I
make
don't, because whenever we have, we've fully failed.
All we have to do is film once a week. So, look, should we say Thursdays? Thursdays?
You can say it if you like.
Okay, every
If it makes you
Thursdays.
feel better.
I think we should.
Okay.
Right. Especially if we've got this set up. Every Thursdays, we'll do a podcast
Okay.
and upload it onto the Sid and Dina channel. Hopefully the setup will be nicer. Well, it will gradually get nicer.
Before we start, you just want to plug the merch, don't you?
Before we start, plug the merch. It's kind of nice. Pray, 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 pray. And also, we have it in black and red, which is hot, but I'm not wearing it right now. I should be. But that is one for the lads.
Is it?
Or not the lads either. It's for both. I wouldn't wear that one. Maybe because it's not my style.
Maybe because.
For those who are in UK, they know how cold it is. And it's a pain in the ass when you got to drop 2 kids off to nursery every morning.
Why?
Because it's damn cold.
Why is it a pain in the ass? There's nice heating in the car.
The heating in the car takes forever, and you know that.
Yeah, in the mornings, but once it gets going...
Once it gets going, Dina wants it off.
Ooh, I need to turn it off. Who else gets like really boiling hot in the car to the point where you can't breathe? And it's so annoying because most of the time I'm the only hot person in the car.
Oh, I don't get like that a
I'm the only hot
lot.
person in the car, so they keep the heating running regardless.
I love the heat, like insane.
Yeah,
but you're
it's too much.
completely the
But
opposite.
it's in your face and it's like, ooh.
It's nice.
Like I'm literally can't breathe. I feel like where's the air? So I'm rolling the windows down. And
Yeah,
everyone's
Dina always gets first dibs on it, even over the kids. Over the kids, you get first dibs. Open the window, let the cold air in. We're all freezing.
Yeah, because I know if I'm boiling hot, the kids will be boiling hot.
Whereas Hannah's going, Mama, it's cold.
No, she's not cold.
And she's like, I don't care.
No, she's not
No,
cold.
she doesn't say I don't care, but she's like, oh, okay.
No, because
And
I
then
know
you
she's
leave
not
the
cold,
window down.
babes. I know she's not cold because both the kids are in their car seats, so that's already enclosed.
No.
So-
The kids are like me. They run hot. Dina.
You mean they run cold?
What?
Wouldn't that mean you run cold?
I don't know what it means, but they get hot. No, they get cold very easily, just like I do. Dina is completely the opposite. She gets hot very easily.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if you guys have anybody in your family that opens up all the windows in the house and it's completely freezing, and the excuse is let some fresh air in.
That is a real thing. If you think
So
about
what
it.
you think sits in the house then? But not fresh air.
Well, if you think about it, if you have all the windows closed for like over a day and there's 4 or 5 people living in the house, it's everyone's breath, everyone's bodily gas, all under one roof, and the air needs to be freshened up. 100%.
The air needs to be freshened up.
Yeah, even when it's freezing, if
Okay.
you open the window and stick your head out the window, you take a breath of fresh air. You feel like you can breathe. That's fresh oxygen. Feel good.
I'm pretty sure there's oxygen in the house.
Yeah, it's just not fresh.
Okay. Well,
Unless you've got plants. No. What?
what?
I don't know. I'm so dumb.
No, I think that was right.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm not dumb.
I think plants, they, what do they do? Breathe in carbon dioxide, release.
Oxygen.
Is that true?
Well, yeah. Right?
Obviously, all the GCSE lots are looking at us like, are you guys thick? But the thing is, we left school ages ago, and it's hard to keep track of everything we learned there, especially when you don't need it in the real life. In the real world, sorry to burst your bubble, guys, but everything you learn in high school does not apply.
No.
Does not apply at all. Get
Oh my
off.
God. We were talking about this the other day. Why do they not teach you how to get a mortgage in your PSE lessons? Or why do
What's
they...
PSE?
PSE is like the subject that you have which covers everything else.
Is that college?
It's like all the miscellaneous stuff.
In high school?
Yeah. PSE.
Oh,
Quickly,
man.
what does PSE stand
I don't know
for?
what PSE is.
Hold on, I'll tell you what PSE is. Or it was either called PSE or sociology. PSHE, sorry.
PSHE?
PSHE curriculum, see look.
Over my head, because we didn't do that. So,
You must have done sociology.
no, I didn't do either.
What did you do then?
I'm not sure.
What? You didn't have that one. It's called personal, social, and health education.
So that must be it then. That's probably the important class.
No, but they don't teach you how to get a mortgage or how to do your tax or
How to do your tax.
You
that
know.
should be that should literally be a module.
I mean, technically, you should take
in
business
school.
studies for that, right?
They didn't teach me how to do my
They didn't
tax.
teach
I
me how
did
to do that.
business.
I did business.
Yeah.
You know, all these things, they don't really teach you the real life lessons that you need to actually survive in the world. They just teach you how to add up and how to spell and how, like,
Yeah, I think they teach you.
Ugh.
Do you know? Unfortunately, like in high school, and no, maybe I'm wrong, and I'm just being a knob, but I feel like in high school and in college, they teach you how to teach.
what?
Yeah, because all of those things they teach you will only be valuable if you're teaching, if you're trying to become a teacher.
What?
You know what I mean?
Sid, what are you saying?
You know what I mean? No. Maybe I'm wording this wrong, but
What are you
because
saying?
we're being taught those modules, that stuff will only be beneficial to a person who wants to go into teaching it. You know what I mean? Because those things they don't work in the real world. You know what I mean?
I get what you're trying to say.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like all the stuff you learn in biology is, or for example, chemistry is 90% pointless. You're not going to use it in the real world.
Yeah, and I can't
So
remember any
all
of it.
those things will only be beneficial to someone that wants to teach high schoolers.
Or if you want to go down a specific route, like become a doctor or an engineer, and you need certain.
No, but do you know what? Especially, like we know doctors, some doctors, they always tell you everything taught in high school is bollocks. Most of it is nonsense. And they just do it to like do the module thing. But like when it comes to actually going into medical school and training and all that, all the stuff you learn in high school is out the window.
Yeah.
It's not even a thing. So what is the actual point?
So basically, we're not saying. This literally sounds like
No, I'm not saying drop high school. I'm just saying
can't, anyway.
high
It's
school
illegal.
needs a
You can't.
reform. It's just not smart. It's not a smart way of
Do you know what it is?
preparing youngsters for life.
No, do you know what it is?
It's
The
not.
curriculum really, I think, only caters to a certain kind of kid,
Yeah.
and there's no like room for a different kind of
Yeah.
child or a different kind of or a new way of an alternative way of learning. There's only
Yeah.
one set way, and obviously, if you think about all the youth, they all can't learn in one specific way. So we just push them as like the outcast or the one who's like not as smart as the other.
Yeah.
When really, well, they just need a different way to learn. That
Yeah.
they need another kind. They just need an alternative way. It doesn't mean that they're thick, so to say, or
Yeah,
they're not capable of getting the grades or understanding. They just need to learn a different way. But because it only offers the one way,
Yeah.
then it's only those who can learn that way that will succeed.
We were saying this the other day. Remember, where we were like, we both truly believe this. Everybody in the world has a talent. It's just for that person to find that talent.
Yeah, and how are you supposed to find that talent if you actually don't try?
If you're just sitting on a
Everything.
table.
Yeah.
If you're just sitting on a table and looking at papers all day, how are
Yeah.
you meant to find what you're good at, what you were born to do?
Yeah, everyone must have the thing that they're like
everyone has.
epic at.
Yeah, but we don't know what it is.
We don't know what it is. Do you know what your thing is?
I have no clue. I'm just trying
At
different things.
At one point, you probably thought it was basketball, though.
Yeah, clearly wasn't because
You gave up. You gave
No,
up.
but I'm being honest. Basketball is more suited to people who are very tall, for one, very tall.
an
you know.
obvious
Yeah,
thing.
it's an obvious thing. Very tall, very athletic. You know, it's more suited to people like that. You know, LeBron James, bloody hell, like, come on, athletic as hell, tall, massive, muscular, but the IQ is something he worked on later on. But he was clearly born for the sport, clearly. And you only get people like that once in a decade or a few decades. Clearly born for the sport. He found it. 90%, 99% of people don't find what they're good at
Yeah, 100%.
or what they were born to do.
You just said 99%.
They
Don't
do.
find it. I went, yeah, 100%.
They do not. They don't find that thing that they were like. But there's probably a lot of things people are good at, or amazing at, or were born to do. But
Or there's lots of things that, or so for example, like there's a few things that I think I'm quite good at, but I'm not like insanely like, whoa, epic
Yeah.
at. There's not one thing where that everyone's like, yeah, that's my thing.
because everybody's different.
You just dabble in a few things and, you know.
Everybody's built differently. Everybody's mind works differently. You have no clue. Like I feel like high school should be a good place to experiment in different fields and things because there's a lot of time. So 5 days a week.
It's
5 days a
the
week.
majority of your time.
Nine to what 3 whatever or 9 to 3:30. That's a lot of time spent on what other people think is going to benefit your life.
But in a way, though, if this is how this, you know, the world works, we all have this education and then go from there, then you do have to also go through that. Otherwise, you will find yourself...
But we clearly know that the education, me and you, okay, I don't know for everybody else. I'm stuck on the fact that high school didn't do much for me at all. And a lot of people that I've talked to have said, okay, high school didn't do much for me except for shit my pants.
Why did you shit your pants?
No, I'm saying like shit my pants because it's like, oh, girls, oh, bullies and oh, the you know, how interactions and all that shit.
Oh,
you know
so
what I mean?
Suddenly you have to like socially interact.
Yeah, socially interact and all this stuff. Okay, that's one part of it that, you know, is probably good preparation for the world. But a lot of us fail at that. I myself failed because if we're taking that as a benefit of high school, people, you interacting with other peers and stuff like that. Yeah, or you being the outcast, and then you have the popular kids and all this other crap and blah 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 and all this stuff. If you take that as a thing, a reason to go to high school, to grow up, basically. You know what I mean? Then not everybody gets that opportunity to socially interact in a positive way. A lot of people, it's negative to them.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, it affects them hard, like well into their flipping late 20s and stuff. High school is like traumatic.
Yeah. They remember, well, in high school this and this happened.
Yeah.
And it's something that you carry with you and affects you later on in life.
Yeah, so I just think it's
Well, so when you were in high school, sounds like obviously you were madly socially awkward.
No, the thing is, like in high school, I was considered one of the popular kids. But that
When did that happen then?
that was only that. Look, at first I was considered the weirdo until about a week in.
Oh, it only took a week. Wow.
Yeah, because I choked someone out.
Okay.
Because for the whole week they were bullying me like crazy. I was getting bullied and everything.
Really?
Yeah, because I was the only brown kid in the school, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I clearly remember this. Music lineup to come into class. One of them just comes up behind me, kicks me in the back of the knee.
Why?
Because kicking them back in the knee was one of those things, innit? And you trip and you fall.
Yeah.
And then they start laughing and everything. And I just thought, something just in me just switched. And I grabbed him by the throat. I just thought, forget this, mate. And I wasn't trying to do it I just thought, no, I'm not taking this shit anymore. So I just choked him. And then after that, it was like, oh, yeah, he's cool. Yeah, tell me about it. Weird.
You can see his facial expression. It really gets to him when he talks about that.
Yeah, weird.
Like you really
Kids
remember
are
it.
assholes.
Kids
are
assholes.
assholes. Like
Yeah.
to the max. Like full blown assholes. And I only say that because I wasn't one of them. I used to so then after that.
So when you became the cool kid, did you ever find yourself in the position of the bully?
Probably, but I didn't really do anything.
How? Like what?
But I think I didn't do much. On occasions, I did do stuff to stop people getting bullied.
No, but have you
But
ever been the bully?
I think I should have. No, I don't think so.
That's good.
Don't think bully. No, I'd probably say that I would have taken more opportunities to stop bullies. Probably I would have done that.
Yeah, that's one thing I wish I did in high school. Stop the bullying more and not being a chicken just watching it.
Yeah,
But I never watched
it wasn't
anything
chicken.
horrific.
It was
like,
just like, oh, if I
if I
do
say
this,
something,
then
they'll get me.
not they all get. Oh,
Well,
with
yeah.
you it was they get you in it.
Then they'll
Oh,
start on me, won't they?
Yeah,
That's
with me
what-
it wasn't that. It was just like, oh well, maybe I won't be the cool.
Cool
if
guy
I
anymore.
stick up, yeah, it's shit, isn't it? But I think with social media and stuff, people don't have to deal with that as much as they do in the past.
Well, I actually don't know. It would be interesting to find out if social media has, because social media calls out a lot of bullies, doesn't
Yeah.
it? So, but then again, there's a lot of bullying happening on social
Oh,
media.
for sure.
So I wonder in school, what's the dynamic in school now? Because apparently one of the biggest problems, well, not apparently, it's quite obvious. One of the only difference that there is since when we were in high school
Yeah,
to high schoolers now is a phone.
a phone.
I mean, I had a phone, but it was like a Nokia 3310.
Oh yeah, Snake.
And we'd just be going on it to play Snake.
Yeah, but
you
you weren't allowed to use it in school. I think people do
Lunchtime and
use
that
it
we
a
were.
lot in school.
Lunchtime and that we were. You just weren't allowed it in class.
Mm.
But like obviously high school now, like they all have their phones. So that's probably the biggest difference there is that teachers or head teachers or schools have to like tackle. I reckon all the problems that comes with having a phone and internet, just the internet, isn't it really? But I wonder what the dynamic is really in high school. Has social media help the kids who aren't like conventionally cool?
I suppose it does.
What? I don't know. I think we won't know until we actually ask some high schoolers.
I think
Because we think we're current and we know shit. But actually, when I speak to the younger generation, the ones in high school, I'm like, whoa, I'm just so not cool anymore. I'm not on the same level. I don't know what they're talking about.
I
You know
think
what
the
I mean?
difference is
So you really need to talk to them to understand, I think.
it would help out. Phones would help out because of the camera. No, you could just record someone if they're being
Oh, yeah,
weird,
yeah, okay. But at
like,
the same time,
and post it online, and everybody gets to see their true colors.
yeah, but at the same time, there's like, okay, sometimes it happens the other way around. Someone's getting bullied and people are okay just laughing at it.
Yeah.
And it hasn't gone viral. It hasn't called out the bully. But also when things go viral and call out the bully,
But I feel like
it
phones,
stops that bullying from that kid. But also then that bully then is having
Yeah.
the world bullying him
yeah.
when maybe it could have been resolved in a different way. I don't know.
But before,
I don't know.
you would have a person getting battered in the hallway, getting bullied, battered in the hallway, whatever. As long as there's no teachers there, it didn't happen. You know what I mean? But now
That's true.
people get their phones out, record that shit straight away.
Yeah.
You've got proof. That's why I think bullies would be more hesitant to just out of nowhere do shit.
Well, see, I don't know
Do you
if
know
that
what I
is
mean?
if that is the case. It'd be really interesting to go back
Unless you don't give a damn
to
about
my
what your
high
parents say.
school and find out.
Oh yeah.
Actually. So if you guys don't know, I went to Catay's High School. It's a really, I mean, I think personally, I don't know about statistics. Personally, I think it's a really good school in Cardiff
Yeah.
because it's super, super, super diverse. And you really felt, I mean, I felt when I was there that teachers really invested their time in the pupils and, you know what I mean? It wasn't like I had a really good experience at Catay's. I got bullied a bit here and there, but I think because I had a solid group of friends, I was good. And for the
Yeah.
most part, I really looked forward to going to school. Like I really liked it. What about you? What school did you go to?
Stanwell High School.
Which?
Stanwell Comprehensive in Penarth.
In Penarth.
That's
in
where I
Lexi.
went.
Yeah. What did they mean when they say comprehensive?
Oh, fucking hell.
Well, what's
Fuck if I
Catay's
know.
comprehensive? I don't get it.
I don't know. Maybe it's just another word for high school. I have
I
no
don't think
idea.
I need to Google that
Ignore
shit.
my
What does that
ignorance.
mean? Hold
Do you
on
know,
a minute.
Do you know when high schools are they're strict for pointless reasons? That was the kind of school I was in. Basically, you had to have a certain length of head hair.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I swear to God.
Are you
That's
joking me?
Pointless strict. Pointless strict.
What do you mean certain level?
So
and
I got one week I went to like this new barber, and he gave me a fresh cut, bro. It was nice. Give me a nice shape up and everything. And it was just it was like a number 3, I think. It was a number 3. It was nothing too bad. Number 3? No, I think it was like
What have you got
it
on
was
your head
like
now?
it was like one on the sides, like 3, 4 on the top. Something just decent, innit?
I don't even know what
Yeah.
any of that means.
And yeah, they were like, it's too short. So they put me in a classroom.
I thought you were going to say, so they put me in a wig.
It would have been all right, yeah. They put me in a classroom for until it grew out.
What, like isolation?
Yeah, isolation until it grew out.
Are you having a
I
laugh?
swear to God, until it grew out.
Please tell me that's not a thing in high schools now. Like your hair length has to be a certain. What if you can't even grow your hair?
There
that
was,
length?
I swear,
What
they
if you're
had
naturally bald?
They had such dumb rules. Do you know? Were you allowed to wear branded clothing?
Okay, so I actually can't remember if I was or not. I
No.
don't think I was, but it could be like really subtle branding. I think
Yeah, subtle branding.
subtle branding.
Subtle.
I think
Like
people were, it was
like
it was
okay,
okay
a
for
black like our
Can't
our,
remember.
our our uniform was like black, and then you had the tie.
that.
Or
Yeah, it
whatever.
had to like blend in with the uniform, so it'd be black or navy.
That's fine, right? So a black or navy
Yeah,
coat, right?
yeah, something
Yeah.
like that.
We'd have to put tape over the Nike tick. Black
Really?
tape. Swear to God, or fill it in with marker.
Fill it in with marker.
Yeah, like black
on your new
black
Nike
marker.
jacket.
Yeah, I swear to God. I don't know how long that stopped recording for, but we're gonna upload this video and then we're gonna put it on the podcast as well. Podcast
So,
app, so people can
so how
view
do
the
you,
whole
how
thing.
do you actually do that? And what will it be called? How will people
Well,
find
hopefully it'll be on some sort of podcast app, and it'll be on iTunes and Spotify. Hopefully,
it? And what is it called? How do people find it?
Sid and Dina show.
Okay.
There's this thing that's happened in the last few days. I don't know how long it's taken, but it's on every news outlet at the moment.
I haven't even seen it.
So so Nike swoosh Nike has
There's only
they've
one
released
Nike.
these Air Max, these new Air Maxes. They're quite nice. They've got like a big chunky like air sole around them.
Let's have a look. I
Pretty
haven't
nice.
seen it
Certain number of Muslims are offended, and they're starting like a petition to get these shoes recalled.
yet.
So there's like, so they've like stylized the Air Max on the bottom of the sole. I'll put the picture up right now so you can see it.
What is this new design? What does it mean? Is it a collab? What is it exactly?
It's just Air Max.
What's it supposed to say?
It says Air Max.
Where does it say Air Max?
See, this is the problem.
let me
with,
see, let
Yeah,
me
this
see.
is the problem with it.
Oh, I see
It's
how it
upside
says.
down.
But there's no R.
It's upside down.
Wait, I'm looking at the Air Max.
Let me show you so you can see properly. So, if you can see the picture up on the screen right now, that's upside down.
This
if-
is upside down.
Yeah, so it
Yeah,
says
so
Air
I was
Max.
looking at it. Yeah, but where's the R?
That's the design, isn't it?
Yeah,
Air
Air
Max.
Max. I see
the
that
M.
there.
The
Yeah.
M fits. Blah blah blah, and then the Max. So a person
Wait,
is.
so it's like that. That's the design.
That's
they
the
came out with.
design.
So Muslims have switched it upside down.
So that's the design. It's the right way up. So somebody's looked at it upside down and noticed the middle of it in Arabic writing resembles Allah. How it's
It
written
does.
in
It does
Arabic, and
resemble
it does resemble it. Nike has come under fire before for this.
Have they?
Yeah. So, but basically, they had a pair of shoes ages ago. I'll put that picture up on the screen as well. And on the back, they had air in a stylistic writing.
Is that then? Was it?
Yeah.
Is that back then?
So that resembled.
Oh.
I could see the problem with that one.
I mean, I can see it, but that also looks like a flame.
Yeah, it looks kind of like a flame.
So you know.
But it's I can see it more on this one with the back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And also it's the way it is. It's sitting the way it is. Nobody's kind of turned it or anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't know when that was. I think it was back in 1 second.
Did they have to recall? Did they have to like?
So they had to recall those shoes, I think.
Did they actually?
I think they recalled those shoes. In 1997. In 1997, they released these shoes here. And they had to recall them, I think. Yeah, thousands of pairs of Air Bacon sneakers with the word written Air on the heel.
How does that say air?
It does say
Oh,
Air
it does say air.
in
yeah,
a stylistic way.
Yeah. This is the thing. If we are familiar with how the word Allah looks, and we see it a lot because as Muslims we read the Quran,
Yeah.
or we just see it a lot, we know it. It's very familiar to us.
Yeah.
But to somebody who isn't a Muslim, it's not the first thing that they might see when they're doing a design.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean?
I don't feel like Nike as a company it's a smart decision to go out there and say, okay, we're going to do this design to insult people. Do you know what I mean? And when people think, and I know because I grew up thinking this, saying, oh, a lot of these businesses have hidden agendas and they're just trying to,
Yeah.
but I seriously, for that to be a thing, I think it would be with everything, not on off occasions, you know, trying to insult and, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because also, so it's easy to think that when you're younger, like, oh, yeah, everyone's out to get us because this, and like, for example, they're writing Allah on a shoe, like things like that. But then as you get older and you know how, like, I don't know, maybe industries work, or
yeah,
that you know, there's so many levels to things that it's not.
It's
not
not
it's not as clear cut as that, maybe.
It's definitely not as clear cut as that, and nobody intentionally went and. Why would they affect their own sales?
Well, but then
You know what I mean?
what this brings up okay, so within all these brands and that, they're like, they clearly don't have anybody working in that team who, you know, it's all one kind of person, basically.
If I'm being,
because if, for example, you were
so
working
they're not
there, you'd have been
diverse.
like, yo, that looks like Allah, bro.
No, but I wouldn't have.
You
Because I
probably
had an
would've.
attorney and sub. Oh, the first
one.
The first one I would
The
have.
one in
I would've.
1997,
Yeah,
you
the
would have been like, yo.
Yo, the first one.
Yeah, exactly. That's what
Probably
I mean.
would have,
Yeah.
because it does resemble that, and
Yeah.
you're gonna offend a lot of people.
Yeah.
By doing that, especially on a shoe. We know
Well,
that you put it on a shoe.
This is why it's
Yeah.
the people are petitioning, because it's on a shoe.
Yeah, I feel like that one, remove that, because it's very stylistic in the way Arabic is written as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it looks like,
you know what I
calligraphy
mean?
almost.
Calligraphy and okay, you're not trying to do it on purpose, but at the same time you're going to offend people. So it's not a smart business move to do that. I feel like on this one, people are clutching at straws. You've turned it upside down.
Yeah, I feel like it's a bit of a reach.
It's a bit of a reach.
As people are saying now.
Personally, I think it's a bit of reach. If
I
you're
do
offended
too.
by it, then fine. Yeah, that's your prerogative. That's your opinion. I feel like I would
Like,
not
if
be
I
offended by
if
that.
I looked at that without reading the article or anything, there's no chance I would have picked that up.
Yeah.
I would have picked up Allah from that design.
Well, the point is,
Like
it's not the right way around when you're doing it.
Exactly, that's what I mean.
And-
So how?
And if I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do that with everything. And there's probably 1,000 things in this room that I could
Well, do
resemble
you
to.
remember?
Because
Actually-
Arabic is a very stylistic. You know,
Yeah.
Do you know how Arabic is written? You know, it's really like flows. Like
It's an art, isn't it,
it's really
almost?
organic the way the letters are very organic, and you can find anything that could resemble some words in Arabic.
So this is
Anything.
probably still like ongoing, but who remembers? You know, when the big debate it always pops up, which is Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola, when you get their like thing,
When you read it back to front.
and read it back to front,
Back to front apparently says, no Muhammad, no Mecca.
And
in
before,
Arabic.
I did believe that.
I did believe that too. But I mean, I still kind of do. When I
I-
look
I
at it,
don't
I'm like,
know.
ooh, I don't know.
I don't think I do.
But it was
I
like a
think we're-
big thing growing up.
Yeah.
Like, don't drink Coca-Cola because that's what it says. But now as you get older, you think, is it really a thing? I mean, I don't.
Honestly, like, if my opinion is, I don't believe that. I don't, and because it wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't make sense. Maybe early on, there's a chance. Earlier on, ages ago, maybe the designer had like a hidden agenda and did it. There's a possibility. Who
Maybe,
knows?
but like.
Possibility.
I guess you won't really know until you know the history of Coca-Cola and how the logo came about.
Yeah. So
Then you can
who
kind of
knows?
figure
I'm
it
not
out. I
sure.
don't know.
But the thing is,
But
like,
it's just funny to
we-
remember that whole debate that I pretty much grew up with. It was
Yeah.
always coming up like, yeah, Coca-Cola, we all know, you know.
I think there's a petition for it right now. It's on like 10,000 signatures.
What, the Nikes?
Yeah. What?
What happens when,
I
it,
think
when
they-
it reaches 100,000? Will they take them? What is the petition for?
I think it's a reach. I think it's a reach, and like, there's nothing there, guys. There's really nothing there. It's a reach. I feel like, that's my opinion. I feel like it's a reach, like, and it's in between. Like, you can clearly see when you turn it the right way up, it says Air Max.
It really obviously says Air Max.
It really
doesn't
obviously says Air
Minus
Max.
the R. There's no R. But
The eyes joined to the, so they've done the outline.
it's
It's
the
joined to
little
the
R.
M. It's joined to the
I
M,
get
and it
you,
goes
yeah,
like
yeah,
this. And you know, I do feel like it's a reach. Nobody's purposely going, yeah, let's do that.
Everyone's going to say, oh, that's because Nike's paying you to do this. No.
Shut up.
I wish.
I think it also makes us look mad. It makes us look
Sometimes
mad.
it makes us look a bit mad.
It makes us look mad. So
all these reaches, I think.
You're reaching too much. Like if you reach in these instances and say, oh, that's offensive, that's offensive, that's offensive.
Then
the one time or the 2 time or the 3 time the shit is offensive, people are going to turn a blind eye and be like, flipping now, these guys are offended by everything.
They're literally offended, but they're too sensitive. They're offended by everything. Oh, you can't talk about anything nowadays. You can't
be offended by the stuff that is offensive. You know what I mean?
And is actually like, it is like really clearly, obviously, you know.
Yeah, like no way are we agreeing with the words Allah on a shoe? No way. Like that is not the thing. But I'm saying, like, it wasn't their attention. That's not a good business move to do that.
Yeah, but anyway, somebody turned it upside down.
Yeah.
And then it looked like that.
You can turn a number of things upside down.
I mean, you could look at the W in the English alphabet and say the same thing.
There's a lot of things
like, so
resemble.
if you're writing in English and you use the letter W in the middle of a word or at the beginning of a word, you could literally say that looks like Allah. Do you know what I mean? So like, it's like what you were saying, Arabic is a very stylistic kind of movement.
Yeah. I just think we don't need to make issues about certain things, and other things we need to make issues about. And there's some things that we are like not even bothered about, and these other things that are very, very minuscule that
literally go viral and turn the internet into like a bloody army.
Yeah.
That's just not needed. You're actually not helping anyone.
You're not helping yourself. You're not helping us.
Forget yourself,
as a
but like,
you're not helping anyone else.
All of that energy could have been put into something where the whole internet comes together and actually worked actually helped real life. Kind of, I don't know, man. Internet works in mysterious ways.
Yeah, but obviously somebody saw it, put it up,
and
everybody ran with it.
Well, yeah,
said,
it just
they're
went
trying
viral.
to take the piss out of us.
Yeah, it just went viral, didn't it? But
yeah,
at the same time, all these people will be wearing their Nikes.
Yeah.
But the more I look at it, I can see why it's gone viral. The more I look at it, the more I'm like, this is problematic.
Nicking my phone.
Oh, I don't know, you know.
I think as a business move, Nike need to recall them.
I mean, they're going to have to now.
You're going to have to.
Otherwise, they're going to look like arseholes.
You're going to have to recall them because it's not smart for you to do that.
But the more I look at it, the more I'm like, oh, shit.
Can we talk about this one more thing?
Go on, what else has happened?
All right. So we're going to... So listen to this, right? So a mum, I don't know where this was. Oh, I think it was in UK. So a mum was kicked out of a pool by a lifeguard, right? For breastfeeding a kid inside the pool. And the lifeguard kicked her out as a hygiene risk.
The mum and her kid were kicked out.
Well, not going to leave a kid in there. It's being breastfed. It probably can't even swim.
Obviously.
So obviously getting kicked out.
No, but I mean, like, you said mum, but you don't know if the mum's there with her kid or is
the unnamed. Oh, Australian. The unnamed Australian woman claims she was asked to leave Lakeside Leisure Centre. I don't know where it is. After lifeguard caught her breastfeeding in the pool.
What's wrong with that? Seriously.
You don't think there's anything wrong with that?
With breastfeeding in the pool? No. What's wrong with that?
She put up a post on her Facebook. Has anyone ever been asked to get out of a pool because they were breastfeeding? Yesterday was the second time the lifeguards at the pool I take my son for swimming lessons has asked me to get out of the water because I was breastfeeding my 10-month-old. The reasons they gave me were no food and drink allowed in the pool.
That's quite funny.
Getting milk in the water is a hygiene risk, and also my baby might vomit in the water. I'm on the fence with this. I'm not sure.
No, I guess there is a point if you look at it like, okay, babies most of the time after they drink will have a burp and a puke, and it's very visible. I mean, that does happen. Also, they do have a point with no food and drink, but it's not really food and drink, is it really? I mean, it's breast milk, it's baby milk. But at the same time, I mean, I don't think she should have been kicked out. But if it was me, I probably would have just got out the pool and sat on
Yeah.
on the side and had a break basically.
I think it's probably not a smart idea, not for the baby.
Why?
That's what I think.
Do you not remember when Hannah was breastfeeding? She would get on my boobs whenever the hell it doesn't matter where.
Okay.
If she wants
But
it, she
it's
gets it.
dangerous.
Why is it dangerous?
It's dangerous. You're in the pool, man. I think it's not a smart idea.
Obviously, she's in the shallow. She's not dumb. She'll be in the shallow bit, probably holding the baby, or he's like.
Oh, if she's in the shallow bit.
Obviously, she's not going to be. They're going to be
No,
swimming
but
and they're floating and
no,
having a
I'm
little.
not saying that. I'm saying, like, okay, in the shallow bit where there's no one there and everything, I think there's no problem with that.
It's not about no one there, but like obviously their heads are way above water, and so are their boobs, because the baby's drinking.
The question is, in what end did they get kicked out of the pool? Because there's no point looking at me weird, because people do some weird shit. People do some weird shit.
Well, people do weird shit.
Yeah, so I'm saying, where was she
But
when she was breastfeeding?
Yeah, but the argument of hygiene because the milk gets in the water.
No, that's bollocks.
That's bollocks because
even though I wouldn't like
her
it.
boobies would have been leaking anyway.
I wouldn't like pee, milk, anything on me. But the thing is, if you get in a pool, you're gonna get pee on you anyway, because
and
people,
milk.
Let's be honest, people pee in pools.
Yeah, and
all the
breast
flipping
milk's
time.
not dirty. It's not human waste.
Another person's breast milk is dirty, please.
It's not. It's not human
Oh,
waste.
it's dirty to me. And another person piss is dirty as well. Anything like that.
But it's not.
That's
Why?
gross. Don't
Why is
get
that
your breast
gross?
milk on me.
Okay, obviously you don't want it on you, but I'm saying
No,
it's not.
I'm not
is it?
saying that's the reason. That's not a reason to kick her out of the pool.
I
People
think
aren't
she should have been
open.
kicked
People
out.
aren't openly saying, "Oh, I'm pissing in the pool," because they'll get kicked out.
Obviously secret, but if you piss in the pool now, doesn't it turn purple or something?
No, it doesn't.
So you get caught out.
No, it
get caught
doesn't.
out. Anyway, maybe he should have just said, "Oh,
Can you go over there?
that could be
It could be
a
a dangerous
drowning hazard
drowning
potential."
hazard.
I mean, I could see
or
why it
something.
could be, in a pool, a hazard in that sense, as in like, okay, you're in a bit of a
You can slip.
funny position. Yeah, but
Yeah,
then
there's
the
a lot of
accidents
things
can
that could
happen anyway.
No, but there's a lot of things that could happen while you're in the pool. And as a
Yeah.
lifeguard,
So as a lifeguard,
you need
he's
to
probably
be there
looking at
to
it-
look at safety wise.
Yeah, he's probably looking at that. So, I mean, if they're looking at it from the safety wise, and he might be like, could you maybe breastfeed just on the side of the pool?
Yeah.
Like get out and sit on the side of the pool just so it's safer.
Just so it's safer.
Then
innit?
fine. But if he's like, oh, because it's dirty, well, it's not. It's
I don't
just
know what
bloody
angle
breast milk.
the lifeguard actually, what excuse he went at her with, but
But also,
that would be it.
But anyway, I don't know, I can't remember, but when I was pregnant, midwives would always tell me not to bathe your kid after he's just been fed, because on a full stomach, basically, because it's not good for them. So,
I think it's a bit dangerous.
I mean,
to
I
do
know
that,
the baby's not having a bath.
depending on
but
where
if
she
he's
is in the
water.
pool and breastfeeding.
Yeah, I don't know.
I also think
Shouldn't have been kicked out.
I
though.
also think
Shouldn't have been kicked out. Like, if a baby's hungry, like, babies can't wait. Sorry, they can't. So if you have the ability to get the food there and then for your baby, you will.
we're on different sides because I'm a man. Obviously, so my opinion
Yeah,
is
and
going to be different.
men
to
are
a
just
woman's.
worried about their own inconveniences.
Yeah, of course.
thinking about the
We're
actual
but yeah,
baby.
of course. But if I had to breastfeed a baby, then my opinion would be completely different, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but you've got a wife who had to breastfeed a child. Your
Not
child.
in a pool, and that would never happen.
It might have if I went to a women's only pool. It
Oh
might have.
yeah, you can in a women's only pool.
Oh, why is it allowed in a women's only pool? So
We're talking about Muslims now. We're talking about
hold
Muslims
on a minute.
now.
Yeah, but now it sounds like you're saying, oh, she can breastfeed in a women's only pool.
No. I'm talking about a completely different thing. I'm not
Okay,
talking
but
about
that, it
safety
doesn't.
hazard.
No one knows that.
Okay, I'm not.
So you need to clarify.
Let me
that.
clarify.
You need to really
Let me
clarify
clarify
that,
before
Sid,
you take it out and
before
make a
someone
video
else
of
makes
it.
a video.
I'm talking about it like modesty vibe, modesty, from a modesty angle now.
Not even modesty angle. You're talking about it like
From a religious modesty
no,
angle.
not religious. You're talking about it as in most Muslim women probably will be more comfortable going to a women's only pool.
Yeah.
And if they had to breastfeed their baby, they'd be fine because
Yeah.
it's just they wouldn't be worried about having a man hawking at them. Basically, that's
I
what you
probably
mean.
think. What if that's an issue? Do you think the lifeguard would have turned around and been like, "Oh well"? Do you think it would? Do you think she would have got kicked out if it was a women's only pool? Is the question.
That is a good question.
That is the question.
Do you think was the lifeguard a female or a man?
That is another question.
That's another interesting
See,
question.
that's the thing.
These are details that we all need to identify in order to come to our conclusion.
Yeah,
But
because
anyway.
like
All in all, I don't think she should have been kicked out. I think maybe he or the life. See, we all just assume the lifeguard is a he, but does it actually even say?
it doesn't.
It doesn't say. Does it?
So-
It just says the lifeguard.
So was the lifeguard a male or a female?
It's funny if it comes back
What
as a
was-
female. How would we all feel then? Well, yeah, well, she got a point. No, I'd still be like, well, it's a baby. Like,
You gotta-
she's gonna have literally 10 sips of
On the,
milk
on
and
the
be done.
on those things, you need to know the situation, though,
Yeah,
isn't
yeah,
it?
a
Because
little bit.
a person could easily get on Facebook and say this happened to me today, but we don't know the actual way it happened. You know what I mean?
But it doesn't really matter if it's a man or a woman. My opinion still stays the same, I think, which is she shouldn't have been kicked out.
I say she should have been told to go to the side and breastfeed the baby because it is a potential safety risk to the baby.
Yeah, she shouldn't have
To
been
the
kicked out
baby.
unless it was a really obvious, like, well, you're in there, like, you're in a pretty deep end here, and like your baby's drinking milk.
Even in the
What
shallow
if-
bit.
What if
Even
something
in the
happens and you
shallow
slip?
bit, you know, in some shallow bits they don't have like stuff you can sit on, but in some shallow pools they have like, you know, fucking crocodile you can sit on, you know,
Oh yeah, like a side,
Yeah.
side kind of ledge.
where
or something.
you can go and like just sit on that and chill
Yeah, I
out,
suppose so.
which is really shallow, like up to your ankles.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean?
I mean, I haven't been to a public pool in ages. I haven't actually been to a pool in general in the longest time.
I don't know how to swim, so
Oh my god, guys, Sid can't swim. You shouldn't even have an opinion on this. You can't even swim.
I have an opinion, of course.
Your opinion.
I have opinion on everything. Opinion. We watched an R. Kelly documentary yesterday.
Ooh, that's a whole podcast by itself,
But
isn't
by
it?
the way, we didn't watch the
No, we
R.
didn't.
Kelly
No,
documentary.
BBC Three came
because
out
it's
with
not
two.
out. It's not out.
It's out.
No, it was premiered at Sundance, I think. Sundance Film Festival, and I think some channels are gonna air it
Yeah, end of February.
end of Feb. And also, by the way, the Michael Jackson Neverland documentary aired at Sundance Film Festival as well.
Oh, so when did they
And-
both come out? Because I need
and
to watch.
Channel 4 has it, but they're waiting on it.
Oh.
There's nothing in the pipeline to say when they're gonna air it on
Why?
TV, but that's a must watch apparently,
Yeah, I need to watch
because
that.
they've got like dudes in there giving real life
told
accounts
you
of
this.
what happened.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I've gone and looked at it, and like this guy like in
yeah,
detail
I
telling,
know the
saying
they were boys at
what
the
went
time.
on at Neverland.
yeah. I know it's
Is it called
scary
Neverland?
stuff. Something like that.
And Michael Jackson's family are pissed, which obviously there's family, so they're
I
gonna
feel
be
like
pissed off.
maybe we should talk about that in another podcast when we've actually seen them both.
Yeah.
That's what we should do.
What we're gonna watch tonight, though,
Oh, what
which
we
is
watching
probably
tonight?
a must watch, Ted Bundy. I really want
Oh
to watch that.
yes, we're watching that.
But
But isn't
it's-
that a few program?
I think it's like
episodes?
4 episodes or
Oh,
something.
let's watch it all tonight.
And it's on the run up to that movie coming out.
What movie?
Ted Bundy's coming out.
Oh really?
Yeah, and guess who's Ted Bundy? And he looks just like him.
Who?
Zac Efron.
Really?
Yeah,
Well, he's so Disney.
yeah. He's acting as Ted Bundy.
Wow.
I think it's coming out, or it's already out. I'm not sure.
But it's almost like you know, like when you get somebody you see and he's been talked about a lot, even though he's evil, obviously, and doing awful things. Some psycho somewhere will just watch that and aspire to be like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Anyways, guys, so thanks for watching, and this podcast has gone on long enough, even though people do it for like 2-3 hours
Yeah,
and
but
they just go on.
we don't
But
have
they've
that
got
in
stuff
us.
to talk about, and we don't.
Yeah, we don't.
So
There's a
let us know what we should talk about on the next one. Hopefully, it will be up every Thursday or every Wednesday. We will try and get a podcast up.
Just say weekly.
Okay, all right, weekly. Weekly, we'll try and get one up, and just let us know what you guys want us to delve in. And by the way, we still have got a lot of questions from Sid and Dina days, so
Oh my
maybe
God.
we could chuck one of them in.
People still email questions.
Yeah, people still email us, so maybe we could chuck one of them in from time to time.
Yeah, I
and
mean, we won't make a whole video on it.
make
but-
things interesting.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. See you on the next one. Bye.